Hi there, my name is Eunice Olaleye, and this is Working Through Emotions. On the podcast, we talk about a range of things as they relate to people, emotions, their interpersonal and intrapersonal relationships. And on today's episode, guys, we're talking about something quite relatable as usual. And yes, I will not be doing this alone. I have Bukunmi with me here, and we're talking about something relatable, like I mentioned earlier. It's good to have you here, Bukunmi.
Good day, Eunice.
Good day, my boy. It's good to have you here.
Yeah, it's good to be here.
Can you introduce yourself?
Okay. Good day, everyone. My name is Oluwabukunmi Akinyemi, and I am a graphic designer.
Graphic designer. One reason I brought you to this show, because we're talking about graphics designing today. Okay, so what has the journey been like for you as a designer?
Well, it all started when after I finished writing JAM, and I was awaiting my results. So my dad was like, I should get something to do in the meantime, nurture his skill. So I started thinking about what I could do, because everything is basically moving to the heights.
So, true.
So I was like, what skill can I acquire that will actually be good for the online and commit?
Right.
So I decided on graphic design. Well, it has been 5 years.
5 years.
Yes, and I can say I'm actually starting to really good at it.
Yeah, that is good at that. We are actually good at it. I've seen your design, so some of your design, so
Yes.
It's been 5 years. I mean, okay, so when did you start making money from graphics design? Were you really good at it? Was it passion enough from the beginning? Were you really good at it when you started?
Oh no, when I started, I was really terrible. So terrible, I was like, I wanted to just drop it.
Wow.
Now that I look back at first designs, it's like, God, that was ugly. It was like, what was I thinking? You playing these colors and these fonts together. But now, I really feel good that I did not drop it. And I honestly feel like it's going to really get me places.
Right. The fact that you didn't give up is so beautiful to see. I mean, I look at some of your designs and I'm like, there's no way in the world I'd have thought that maybe you were bad graphic design, or want a better word, there's no way I'll look at your designs right now and think that you didn't do well.
You've tried it yourself. So
where
that same emotion, that same frustration that you've been feeling recently, that's what I was feeling all the time. Because me, I actually did not have any other skills writing or a good voice.
You had to bring that up. My boy.
But I pushed through, and it really started to make sense to me. Everything started. I got an Instagram account where I could just scroll through other designers' works. So I get them, and I use them to I recreate them so that I can get experience from those. That really helped me out. Shout out to all the designers.
Shout out to you who they work. I did learn graphic design and I'm frustrated. I'm not going to lie. You can attest to it.
Yeah, she doesn't know how to use colors.
Well, you're my boss. I cannot say that you've casted me. What can I feel?
You will learn.
Yeah, I will learn, and I am learning. I mean, you're doing a great job teaching me. And okay, so you mentioned that when you started, it turned out really bad sometimes. So how did you start learning? Was it in YouTube, or you just started creating by chance?
I got a tutor. He only showed me the ropes, the application, the Photoshop interface, what these tools are. And basically, after that, it was majorly YouTube designs, YouTube tutorials. There are a lot of YouTube tutorials, but like I said before, I used other people's designs to nurture myself, very created. It's really helped me.
Right. I love the word nurture. So it means that you didn't give into the idea that you need to stand out and put yourself under that pressure that, okay, I must stand out. You had to like use other people's designs to nurture yourself.
Exactly. People are like, some people feel like it's just like you get a talent you're born with, but I don't feel that way. Graphic design is like, sure, you see some people's designs and be like, oh my god, am I really going to get
That even plain.
is it going to be worth it at the end of the day? Or yeah, it's, well, like you say, Sha, it's starting to pull through, and my designs are actually starting to make enough impact to get me here. And
Right. Okay. I love what you said. And it's been a long ride for you. It's been 5 years, of course, and cheers to more years, because I know that you are looking to do this.
oh god,
Yeah, right. It's a few more years to come. So what do you love about being a graphic designer? Is there something you love about it? It's been 5 years, and I mean, at least there should be at least 1 or 2 things, or 5 or 10 that you love about being a graphic designer.
I just love like the black canvas is like just so much potential there. Just like you can create anything you envision. I love like it's not restricted to like what they teach you in school or anything like that. It's not restricted to like getting a degree. You won't say something like you got this degree in graphic designing, so that's why I good. So like, and that's what I love about it. It's like something you can pick up and like explore.
Right.
And it doesn't even stop at graphic. Like you can go into like motion designing and even videos. Yeah, I've been toying it into it.
Right.
But that one is a whole nother kind of stress there. So like it's just about the creativity it allows. I love creativity. It allows me to express myself.
Right.
And express the brand, what they want you to do. That's it.
Right.
How the brand wants you, the client wants you to like, translate or what's it? Present,
okay,
and interpret their ideas.
I agree with you. Like when it comes to creativity, there's no rigidity in that sense. There's flexibility. You can do whatever you want to do with it. So if you have been sleeping on that skill, this is your side to like show her.
And it costs basically nothing.
Telling
Like you don't even have, or you don't use a laptop to design.
right,
You only use
right, and data. They must talk about data. Mention data.
I told you that's one of the cons of Canva.
Right.
Photoshop and Illustrator allows for designing without data. And
Wario.
yes. Oh, do you think I'm actually designing with data?
I was thinking, oh my god.
Oh no! Actually, I'm mentioning.
Now I'm moving to Photoshop. Hey God, I did not know.
No, Canva is you basically, and some other apps, maybe like Pixel. I only use this, but like it costs nothing and it just costs you, just costs time and like maybe passion. No, not passion. Passion might be too strong. Just maybe consistency.
Right.
Yeah, consistency.
Right.
Yeah.
And do whatever you like with that.
Yeah, but sometimes you can just be lying on your bed. Maybe like through the day you don't even have any inspiration. Then you lie on your bed and you're like about to go to sleep. Everything just starts coming together.
Yeah, right.
You have to get up and do it. It's all about inspiration. Yes.
And there was something you mentioned that really stood out for me, the fact that other people's designs nurtured you, nurtured your skill. And it just made me realize that it is not out of place to actually want to learn from other people. The fact that you are learning that skill does not mean that you cannot learn from other people. You can always, of course, not that you should lift their designs and everything. You can always use an inspiration. You know that template I showed you?
Yes.
I showed you the inspiration now. And yesterday I was looking at it again. I'm like, hey, we got there. Somebody's design nurtured my design. So it's not really out of place to like. I mean, I think that's one of the ways creatives thrive. they learn from other creatives. They allow other creative stuff to creative works to nurture their own works in that sense.
There are groups, there are a ton of groups and like platforms where designers just come to like share their experiences, their ideas, their and maybe get like other designers' perspective. There's one I'm alright. Anytime a designer designs something, he just drops this design and have other designers like chip in our opinions on it. So like it's really, like I said, it's really nurturing. Only if you're open to learning.
Right.
Because you have some people in the groups can be savages, and they are actually good. So like you have to like take it with your head down. I think it's in every profession. Some people are always that way because they know something, so they feel like they have to lord it over you.
Right.
Or you just have to be humble about it. You already see their work. You already know they are really good at it. So just keep your head down. And their advice usually pays. It does. It really does.
Okay, thank you. So that brings us to the next thing I'm going to ask. If you could change one thing about this, I know we were talking about how beautiful the creative process can be and how you started and all that, which is really impressive and good to hear. However, if there's something you could change, what would that be? If at all you want to change it?
If I wanted to change something, it'd be the client's perspective, or let's just say the general public's perspective.
Okay.
It's like people feel like once they hire a graphic designer, it should be done in like maybe 30 minutes.
Yes, last for magic.
Exactly. Like I said before, sometimes you don't have the inspiration. Sometimes you need, like I have this sketchbook at home, like where I schedule my ideas. So like sometimes you need time to like, the graphic designer needs time to like let it all click. And like they are always arguing about money. Like yeah, your design is basically like the display of your
right. True.
So like number one, you have to like make sure like the design is good, and that's why you hired a professional graphic designer.
True.
So that it can be attractive. So that's basically
what do you like to do? One
to change. Calm down customers. You will get a hit.
Right. I mean, I've heard people rant about it. Not even only graphic designers, that people will talk down at them and to be like, you know what, I have somebody that does it cheaper. If you can't do it, and they start trying to guilt trip you into accepting their own decision. And so customers can guilt trip. Geez, what? They can guilt trip you. You like, that was this work.
Well, they pay the bill.
Right.
You'll be seeing keys of the job. Well, once the money enters your account,
right.
Also that it's like a know that slave rule to your job.
It's really crazy.
So like that.
It's really crazy. It's not a nice thing because I've heard people rant. Students get into that because that's why I understand people so because then you say you're going to a party and surprise Pepe and trying to the way they'll say Pepe is 15k, you say that no, can I pay 3k and all that.
That's it.
There's a lot more that goes into it. I know this generation, okay, not this generation, the older generation, there are some people that believe that Jenny is all you just press your laptop, you just press your phone. You don't press my phone. Why not pressing your own and doing your own? That's it. Exactly.
It's a skill.
Right.
Oh, the one that even gets me most is when they say they are doing it for experience. It's you.
Oh no, I know that one.
I use the one that is going to give me experience.
Exactly.
Wow, limited experience. If I don't want money, I know where to go.
True.
I'm not doing anything for experience.
I know, right? People like it's for your experience. You add it to your portfolio. I'd not say that I'm looking for slots in my portfolio. Leave my portfolio to me. We're not doing this together.
It's my account that I want to be added.
Right. It go be. It go be. You go be.
But there are some good clients.
Right.
And it's like they don't argue with you. They like, well, they do argue, but it's like good naturally.
Right.
Every customer has a set idea that he wants for his brand. So, but they are going to like back their opinions. But you are going to have to like come down to their level and like make them see that this is what is actually going to bring customers to your brand. And
So speaking about customers, is there any time you've had to like bring down your price because you fell into that trap of being guilt tripped?
oh yes, a lot of them. They have this. There are some people with sweet mouth
Right. That one said, oh.
that will like convince you that what you're doing it's not actually like it's not supposed to be costing.
Okay, so we've been talking about your journey so far, and it's been 5 years, right? And you probably have bad memories, good memories. So can you share like one of those with us? Like your worst moment ever in person? I mean, you feel like, oh, what am I doing here? How did I get here?
No, I'd say it's still the beginning. I've already talked about the frustration.
Right.
It's like that frustration. It's like, well, you fell to yourself. So like when something doesn't work out,
Nathan, guys, referring.
well, you're able to like stream rolling through it. So like you are actually married.
I'm like coming from my teacher.
But like where I just started, I started like in a kind of place where I had nothing else down. I had nothing else to do. So like I was always focusing on putting in a lot of effort into this thing, but like I wasn't getting the results I wanted. I wasn't getting those.
What's it? Oh, you.
Exactly. So like it was really frustrating. Like there was a time where I was like, maybe I should just leave it for the people that know how to do their graphic design and just get into another thing. But thank God I stuck it out.
Right.
Because it's really paying off now.
Right. So that's like the worst moment ever. Yeah? Do you remember anything beautiful that made you realize, this is for me? Well, graphics design, it is.
So I have to say, maybe like when, like I said, when I got the moment where my designs were actually starting to be appreciated, like without any like pity or something like that. So like, you know, some family members are friends, they want to like
encourage it.
So they will tell you the truth,
Right.
but you can see it in their expressions. This is
Let's not try. I'm sure.
it's not good enough. But like, well, that moment when I actually got that, the actual admiration, when their eyes actually open, like the realization, yes, that was very satisfying for me. That was the moment I was like, okay, this thing can actually work out. Yes. Let's go ahead.
Right. I mean, it's been an insightful ride so far. We spoke about your journey. We spoke about the challenges that you face. We spoke about clients that are stubborn. I find that now to abuse street people. And I just want to, let's imagine that I want to delve into graphics design. What would your advice be? Just imagine that I don't know anything about graphics design.
Okay, that's very okay. If you don't know it, it's something, like I said before, it's something that you can just pick up. In fact, you don't even have to have someone by your side. Like I said, there are a lot of platforms that you can get, creative criticism from. So like, you just have to pick up the mouse or phone and just start. A lot of designers don't even have, well, they didn't start with laptops anyways. I think they've made enough now to buy the laptop and they've seen the light of Photoshop.
Right.
But they didn't start with laptops, they started with phones. So you can get a designing app for your phone, and like there are a lot of YouTube videos out there. I would say like those YouTube videos, there are lots, there are very much. So like there are lots that like just talk about the flashy parts of design, like how to do this, how to do that. But like I'd say you should just come down and start from like the basics, knowing how to pair fonts, contrast, colors. Like you have a lot, you have struggles with colors.
Right.
So like there are a lot of design tutorials that can actually take you through that. And it's what it is. Because even if you don't even use it, even if you don't go into it as a professional graphic design, there are it opens a lot of doors for you. Indoors, you can go into a very fast, it gives you an edge. Let's just say that it gives you the edge.
Thank you very much. See, when did you know that it was time to start charging people? When did you know that, okay, you know what, it's time for me to start collecting money for this?
When did I start? Well, I'd say when I got that moment, that moment of like satisfaction where my designs were actually, or like satisfying enough like to like warrant the or whether like, because you are not going to want to like start, well, you are not going to want to start what's the word for it, advertising. So I say I'm not good at yet. So like that moment really got me on the, got me to like start charging people and start actually putting more effort into learning it. So like I'd say, yeah, the family, friend, awestruck moment.
Right.
That's when I figured it out.
They were time to start charging.
Yeah.
So doesn't mean that you never had that moment. Even after you had that wow moment, you never feel like, looks like I deceived myself. I think I'm deceiving myself. Maybe it's not time. This thing's run off. Okay, I feel like I can do it. But then I feel like, we pay for this. Let's just say, I think it's common among creatives to feel that way. Sometimes you know that you're competent, and other times you're doubting your competence.
Yes, like when, like I said, I take inspiration from a lot of the other designers' work. So like when you see those designs and you see how good they are, it's like, it's really like, well, it could bring you down and it make you like contemplate what you're actually doing. But like once you actually replicate that design and actually see what's the word for it, the application of all the elements in the design, actually understand it, you actually see that, so if I understand how to use this, so that means I'm going to get there, and like I shouldn't actually. So I won't say after that wow moment was like the most significant, or I had to pass in my career. So like after that I didn't doubt myself anymore. I just kept moving forward.
Right. Now I said you just move. You didn't settle for the old anxiety that could have come up.
Just keep pushing. I mean, you will get like a lot of times inspiration will not come.
Right.
There are a lot of things I know not to do. So like you just have to keep learning. So in learning experience, everything, even right now.
Right.
What's that?
Well, learning never ends. Learning never ends. Thank you so much, Bukunmi, for doing this with me. I mean, it's been an insightful ride. So before we round this off, is there anything you like to say, like final words? So, do you have any final words for us?
Well, if the final words. Okay, I'd say you should just start.
Right.
You just start whatever you're thinking of. It doesn't have to be graphic design either. Whatever you just feel that you are drawn towards, just pick it up. I don't think there's anything right now in this world that like you need money to actually start learning. You have the online platform, you have the entire youth, and some Udemy courses online. So like you should just pick those up and just start.
Right.
It's going to be worth it, and you're going to feel it brings you a lot of confidence and like in yourself. So that's basically it.
Thank you so much once again, Bukunmi, for doing this with me. Thank you very much, guys, for joining us on today's episode, and we've come to the end of this episode. On this note, say goodbye from me. However, don't forget to catch up on full content on Tribune Online website, content on politics, on business, relationships, finance, and so many things, even content on the podcast, right? You'll find them on Tribune Online website. And once again, say goodbye from me and see you in the next episode. Bye.